Right, I think we've got it on. Let's have a look. Hi guys. Hang on a minute. I've managed to sneak on. Let's see if we can get it working. Hi, Debbie. So I haven't managed to have time to let anyone know that we're live. Let me I'll put it on the Defending Elvis. All right, let's put it on the So my daughter's car's broken down. Typical, because my daughter was driving that car to the airport. So my wife is dealing with that now. But yeah, it's not the end of the world. We can get a taxi. Hi, Terry. Right, I've just very quickly said it on the Defending Elvis Facebook page. I wanted to discuss the video I made concerning Rare Elvis Photos, Joe Sin's video. So let's see if we can get it up. Right. But obviously I'm making a big deal at the moment of how I intend to defend. So I want to explain it a little bit. Let's have a look. Ooh. And I think a way of explaining it is by playing some of the video I did when I was reviewing Joe's. Let's have a look. Sorry, let me just get this right. Okay, there we go. That's better. Right. Everyone can hear me okay, can't they? Right. Can everyone hear me okay? So this is obviously going to be the last video I do before I go away. Sorry, someone's just turned up. Don't know who that is. So guys, there's a little bit of confusion. Yeah. So I have made a big deal of that I am not defending with hate. I'm completely made up my mind. The way I'm defending Elvis is gonna be in a respectful way. I want to defend Elvis in a way that he would be happy with me. I want to be able to say to Elvis, "Are you okay with how I defend? Yeah? Do you think I'm doing it in a respectful way, well-mannered, a decent way, an honourable way, a Christian way, because I'm a Christian man?" But this isn't about religion. This is, hi Anne, how are you? This is a big thing to me. Now, as soon as I say to people, I want to be more understanding, I want to try and see both sides of the coin. It doesn't matter who we're talking about, does it? We could be talking about anybody that has wronged Elvis. We could also be talking about movie makers. Yeah, the Priscilla film is disgusting, isn't it? Sofia Coppola's Priscilla film is disgusting. Yeah. So we could be talking about the book Elvis, What Happened, which we can't stand. It's a betrayal to Elvis. We could be talking about Elvis and the Memphis Mafia. We're horrified by some of the things in that book, but we also could be talking about many different documentaries. We could be talking about AI trashy Elvis channels that are trashing Elvis. Yeah, artificial intelligence. We could be talking about tabloid stuff that's written in newspapers. We could be talking about the way that Elvis is portrayed in the media. Because let's face it, guys, the way that Elvis is portrayed in the media isn't good. He's known as a fat junkie that liked underage girls. Let's be honest, guys. This is what we have to face with as fans. So if I speak to a complete stranger and tell him, "Oh yeah, I'm an Elvis fan. I run an Elvis channel called Defending Elvis." Yeah. If I speak to anyone, I have to defend myself. Seriously, how many of you here on this channel have had to defend the fact that you like Elvis? Seriously, because of the twisted, warped image and reputation that is untrue that Elvis has around the world, especially with non-fans. Yeah, I've had to defend the fact that I'm an Elvis fan probably most weeks since I've been running Defending Elvis. I have people say to me, "Why are you defending Elvis? You know that he did wrong. You know that he liked little girls. You know that he was a druggie, that he was an adulterer to his wife." I'm always defending Elvis. So as soon as people say these horrible negative things to me. Yeah, there we are. Anna is saying it. As soon as these people are saying horrible negative things to me, I defend Elvis. I'll be like, no, you don't know. Do your research. Understand what happened. Do you know what Priscilla did? Yeah? Do you know that the film Priscilla, Sofia Coppola's film, based on the book Elvis and Me? Yeah, have I got it? Let me just get it a minute. Whoa, second, guys. So I'll say to people, do you know about this book? Do you know this book actually isn't truth? It's a rewriting of truth. That Priscilla found herself in a position where she could change the truth to suit herself. Yeah, so then I start, allegedly for entertainment purposes. This whole program is a discussion program, not facts, just opinions. We are having a discussion now. Yeah, so then I'll say things like, well, did you know Priscilla was unfaithful more than once? Then I'll say, do you know about the second divorce settlement where she nearly owned Graceland? She put a debt on Graceland because she was asking for so much money, Elvis couldn't afford to pay her. So a debt was placed on Grace. Then we can discuss, oh, do you know about the things that happened to Lisa Marie? That she was allegedly abused. Only alleged that her boyfriend, Priscilla's boyfriend, was in love with Lisa Marie when she was a minor. Yeah? He's admitted it. We can only say it's alleged. So then when I start saying to people, so then people obviously will say the things like, well, hang on a minute, Priscilla was only 14. Yeah? And I'll be like, yeah, but they were just friends. He didn't see her again for 2 years, 2 years and 3 months. She was nearly 18 when she moved to Graceland. So bit by bit, we're always trying to put people right. Oh, Priscilla got married at 15. No, she never. She was nearly 21. You get it? These are the things that we're having to continuously defend. We're always going to have this problem where we as a channel, yeah, are just trying to call everyone out. Yeah. So we could say like, did you know that Priscilla was unfaithful with the dance instructor? And she's actually admitted it in her book, page 262, and called him Mark. Only 2 or 3 months after Marie was born. Only a year after the wedding to Elvis. So you see what I'm saying, guys? That Elvis, I like the word, Anna has just used a great word. Elvis is misunderstood because the reason he's misunderstood is because there have been lies said about him for 40 odd years. So many of the things that were written in this book that are pretty disgusting by friends and family, yeah, Memphis Mafia, close family, they're not true. It's bullshit. There's even a mention in here that the Elvis faked his death. It's ridiculous. But I will get messages. Oh, come on, Billy Smith said Elvis faked his death. It's in this book. So did Marty Lacker. So then I will defend it and go, no, he didn't mean it. It was put in to sensationalize the book so it sells more copies. If you go to Elvis Fans Matter and find the correct video, he says sorry for saying it. He takes it back and says, look, I'm sorry that I upset people. I shouldn't have said it. He then says, oh, it was in British tabloids and they ran with it. And I almost guarantee, guys, that money was changing hands with all of these things, whether it be with this book, which sold, did this book sell tens of millions of copies? Or we could be talking about this book. I've heard it sold initially 13 million copies in the first sort of 10 years. How many millions of copies did this book sell? How much, how many hundreds of thousands of people watched Sofia Coppola's film Priscilla? Yeah, it was a flop, but it still was watched by hundreds of thousands of people. So how many people watched the All the King's Men documentary? How many people have watched all of the trashy Memphis Mafia documentaries that have sort of been repeated a few times? Yeah. So do you see where I'm going, guys? There is so much misinformation out there that has been twisted, exaggerated, and most of the time for money. For money. So I get a backlash. I'm trying to say to people on my YouTube channel, Defending Elvis, yeah? I don't want to argue with people. I don't want to war with people. Joe at Rare Elvis Photos, is like, you know, come on, mistakes were made. There was a clambering for money, a cash grab by many people, many people, not just the Smiths and the Stanleys and Priscilla, loads of people clambering to make money from the fact that they knew Elvis, including ex-girlfriends. Many of them said things that should have been kept very private, but all of these people also say lots of lovely things. Yeah?
Right, I'm going.
So, all right, yeah, I'm just going to do a quick video to just take my mind off things. It's all right, my wife's just quickly going to get my son. So, the point I'm trying to say, guys, is that how do we defend where Elvis goes, do you know what? I'm proud of you, son. You know, you defend with respect. There's no hate. You're doing it in a good-hearted way, in a way where you're not coming across like this hateful, angry, bitter person. Because I am not hateful. I'm not angry. I'm not bitter. I love Elvis. I love Lisa. I stand by the bloodline of Elvis going forward, yeah. So obviously Lisa, Riley, Finley, Harper, yeah. I defend Gladys and Vernon and Benjamin. So I want to be able to look to Elvis and say, do you know what? I'm doing a good job on your behalf. I want him to go, I'll give you a pass. You're doing a good job. Well done. So this is why I'm doing videos, and I've been making them for the last 3, 4, 5 days, I think, saying we are going to defend in the right way, in a kind way, with no hate. I had a bit of a disagreement this morning with someone because they want me to call people names, to call them monsters, to have a go at people because they're so angry, they're so upset with the way Elvis has been treated because Elvis didn't deserve it. Because let's face it, Elvis didn't deserve it, did he? People are angry at me because I'm saying Elvis made mistakes. He was only human. See, this is the other thing I believe. I don't think Elvis would want us to treat him like he's a god. I think Elvis would want us to discuss him in a human way, in a Christian way, and admit that he did make some mistakes, was unfaithful. Yeah? Elvis was unfaithful. He did have a temper. Elvis did go off and leave Priscilla at home with the baby because he was making movies. He had to go and make the movies. He had committed to these long-term contracts, but he still did it. Priscilla did have to take the fact that Elvis was unfaithful. Yeah? Priscilla did have to. Elvis, let's face it, guys, between 1962, because when Elvis came back to Germany, he was still seeing Anita Wood. We know he was unfaithful to Anita Wood. She puts it in her book. We've read her book. Where is it? I hide all my books at the moment. They're all over the place. We know that Elvis was unfaithful to Anita Wood. We know Elvis was unfaithful to most of his girlfriends. I'm not even saying that to be nasty. I'm saying Elvis was a human. He made mistakes. I think he'd want to admit those mistakes. I think he'd want us who defend him to admit that he also has responsibility for the mistakes he made. Now, that doesn't excuse other people's behavior. If other people close to Elvis, whether it be family or stepbrothers or Memphis Mafia or ex-wife or ex-girlfriends or employees have trashed Elvis, we still will bring that up. We will discuss it to defend Elvis. I feel that we should still defend Elvis. So do you get what I'm saying, guys? We can't be a channel that is just going to stand here and call people names, attack people. As Joe Sin said, warring with other channels, warring with people. So I've had a few people message me. One was Linda Curtis. I've removed Linda's comment because I feel that if someone has something to say to me, say it to me personally. So Linda Curtis, if you want to say something to me, tell me off. Yeah, please say it to me personally. I'll put my name, my Facebook name here, and you're very welcome to message me personally, and I'll discuss things with you. If someone has something to say to me, if someone wants to tell me off because I'm saying to people we need to defend fairly, in a kind way. We need to defend with a good heart. We need to defend in a way that Elvis would be proud of us. Tell me off personally. Don't send me a very long-winded, nasty message. I don't want to see it. I want to. This is what I want from you guys. If you're upset with me, if you're annoyed with me, that's fine. But send it to me personally, and then we'll discuss it. Yeah. I don't need to make excuses for the fact that I want to defend in a kind way. I don't have to make excuses because I want to defend without calling people horrible names, without calling people monsters. Yeah, I know the wrongdoing of Priscilla. Thank you, Tony. I know the wrongdoing of Priscilla. So I do a video today saying, look, we need to defend in a kind way. We do need to expose the people and ask for an apology and regret and remorse for the people that have trashed Elvis, yeah, or betrayed him, or betrayed him for money. All, you know, the movie makers, the documentary makers, the tabloids, the magazines, the TV news companies. We could go on and on. The book writers. Yeah, we do need to defend Elvis, but we do it in a kind way, with love, from a good heart. I know what Priscilla did wrong. Trust me, I have been defending Elvis every day for well over a year now. I know everything Priscilla did wrong to Elvis. No one has to remind me. No one has to say to me, how dare you try and be fair and kind and loving and then list all the things to me that Priscilla did wrong. I know what Priscilla did wrong. I expose her. I'm probably one of the main people in the world that runs a YouTube channel that exposes Priscilla's wrongdoing. Yeah. But I never do it with hate, and I never, ever call her names. I just list the facts of the wrongdoing, and there's a lot. We're very upset with Priscilla. For entertainment purposes only, this is a discussion. There's a lot of things that Priscilla has done wrong. And I remind you guys, I remind Elvis fans, I say it on YouTube almost every day. I don't have to be reminded of all the disgusting things that were said by Billy Smith, Marty Lacker and Lamar Fike. I know exactly what they've put in this book. I've read this book. I know exactly what has happened. I know about the betrayal. I know the people that let him down for money. I know, guys. I know exactly what Michael Edwards did. It's disgusting. We're upset with Michael Edwards. I know that Priscilla may have known what was happening. I know it. Yeah. I've read the section on this book that is disgusting concerning Lisa Marie many times. Yeah. Now, when we're talking about the wrongdoing of Red West, Sonny West, Dave Hebler, I know what they've done. I know what they've done. It's disgusting. I'm very upset. It's a betrayal. They let down their friend. Elvis would be horrified. The disgusting things. No, Elvis was horrified. The things that Dave, Red and Sonny said. Yeah? So what I'm trying to say, guys, is, so what are we going to do? Are we going to attack all these people and call them horrible names, call them monsters, say loads of terrible things about them? That isn't what Elvis would want. That isn't what Elvis would want. Elvis would want someone like me, and there's other people. We've got Joe at Rare Elvis Photos. We've got Rhonda at Presley Mania. There's other defenders, isn't there, guys? Yeah? Elvis would want his name cleared. He would want people like me running a Defending Elvis channel. He'd want people like Joe at Rare Elvis Photos doing things the way he does it. Rhonda the way Rhonda does it at Presley Mania. Clearing his name. Clearing the fog out the way so that the world can discover that Elvis wasn't as bad as he has been made out to be. So the world can discover that Elvis's image and reputation has been twisted and bent out of shape. That's what Elvis wants. He wants to be able to say, there you go. Those guys lied. Those guys twisted the truth. Those guys shared very private, personal things that they should never have shared. Those guys let me down. I'm disappointed in those guys. They betrayed me. I trusted those guys. He would have many things to say about Priscilla and the way that she has portrayed herself as a poor victim when really Elvis was a victim. They both did wrong. Elvis and Priscilla both did wrong. But Priscilla went too far. I really believe Priscilla went too far with Elvis, and it went on for decades. Obviously, with Elvis, it all stops at 1977. Elvis passes away. The only thing that you can really say about Elvis concerning Priscilla is that he was unfaithful and he had a temper. That's all you can really say about Elvis. And he would go away sometimes on his movie sets, on his concert tours. That's all Elvis did. Priscilla did much more. Priscilla did a lot more wrongdoing to Elvis, more than we can even imagine. There's a lot, okay? Now, what did Elvis do wrong to people like the Memphis Mafia, to friends and family like the Stanleys, the Smiths, or Billy Smith? What did he really do wrong? Seriously, what did he do wrong? Honestly, I beg of you to give me an answer. What did Elvis do that was so wrong to the Memphis Mafia? What did Elvis do that was so wrong to Billy Smith? What did Elvis do that was so wrong to Ricky and David Stanley and Dee Stanley? What did Elvis do wrong to Dee Stanley? You get it, guys? Not much. Not much. Maybe he had a temper. Maybe there were problems with employment. But what else? Seriously, I'm asking you now, guys. I'm asking you now. What did Elvis do wrong to the Memphis Mafia, to Billy Smith, to the Stanley brothers, to Dee Stanley? I've told you 2 things he did wrong to Priscilla. Unfaithful. And he would go away making his movies or doing his tours. Maybe he had a bit of a temper. 3 things. Yeah? So, Teresa, Elvis was good to everybody. Yeah, he was. But Elvis did make mistakes. Teresa, he doesn't want us to make him out to be a god. He made mistakes. I'm sure he regrets them. I'm sure he regrets them. But he has been very unfairly treated. Right, let's quickly check your comments, guys. The thing I'm trying to say to you people is just don't have a go at me because I'm saying we need to defend in a kind way, that we need to defend in a way that Elvis would be proud of us. Yeah? Because I don't want any name calling. I don't want any hate. Don't tell me off for that because that's not fair. Yeah? I ain't never been a hater. I've always said on my channel, if we're going to defend, it will never be from hate. I've always said I don't hate any of these people. I don't hate any of these people that we discuss. I don't hate the movie makers, the documentary makers, the book makers. Hello, mate. No, we have to be quiet. Tino's here. You excited for the holiday?
Yeah.
Cool. Say hello to Team Elvis.
Hello.
Hello. So right, you can do that as long as you're a bit quiet. So guys, you get what I'm trying to say to you. If we're gonna defend, let's do it right. Let's do it right. To all the people that I bring up in my topics that are still around, I don't hate any of you. Whether it be the Stanleys, the Smiths, Priscilla, the bookmakers, the movie makers, I don't hate any of you. I just run a channel that defends Elvis and Lisa Marie and the bloodline. So please, when I say to people I want to defend in a kind way, I want to try and understand what those people, because many of these people see things from their point of view. They have their reasons why they did what they did. Yeah? I want to try and understand them. I want to try and understand why all these people did what they did, whether it be the Smiths, Stanleys, or Priscilla, or the movie makers. We could be talking about Elvis evolution, couldn't we? Let's try and understand what's gone wrong. I don't want to spew hate at these people. Let's try and understand it. I'm not trying to give them a pass. I'm not trying to say it was okay, because it wasn't okay what happened. I'm just saying that the way we defend has to be nice, has to be kind. And I will only be able to sleep at night if we defend the right way. And that's it. If anybody's on my channel and they just want me to hate everyone, you're on the wrong channel. Because I have no hate in me. I've never had hate in me, guys. There's no hate in me. Right, let's quickly check your comments, guys. Quite a serious evening live stream, guys, but I've had a few people messaging me. They're almost telling me off, and then they're trying to tell me what needs to be defended when I do it every day. You guys, some of you guys are listing to me all the different things that need to be defended because I've said we need to defend in a fair way. Yeah? So then you list to me the stuff that I'm talking about every day and have done for over a year. I don't need to be told about 100 things that need to be defended when I do it every day. I do it every day, guys. So because I say we need to be more understanding, more fair, more kind, more loving, because that's what Elvis would want from us, then suddenly I'm accused of not defending, when I think I'm one of the people in the world that defends Elvis the most. I'm on about as a YouTube channel, not as a fan, as a YouTube channel. I'm one of the few YouTube channels in the world that defends Elvis every day, 7 days a week. I'm not saying that to big myself up. I'm saying, just because I say on my channel, we need to be kind, we need to be nice, we need to be loving, we need to defend in a good way, that's no reason to then throw 1,000 comments at me and telling me why we defend. I know why we defend, guys. This is what I do. I run 3 channels defending Elvis. Yeah? I'm not, hello mate. I'm not a child. I know why we defend. I could sit here now for an hour and list hundreds of things that we defend every day, and we have been for over a year. Yeah, you get it? I just want us to be nice. And I find that as soon as I say to certain people, look, I just want us to be nice, the claws come out. The claws come out. Oh, let's have a go at Louis. Let's have a go at Louis because Louis wants us to be kind, understanding, caring, loving, yeah, respectful. I remember Lisa Marie said Elvis had his dignity. Elvis's dignity meant everything to him, and it was taken away from him by these trash books, trash interviews. Yeah, she said it about the E True Hollywood documentary, didn't she? Yeah, she couldn't believe it when she watched it. Well, it's the same with our channel, defending Elvis. We have to keep our dignity, guys. We have to keep our dignity. And the way we keep our dignity is how we defend. We have to defend the right way. Right. So let me just play a bit of Rare Elvis Photos video. Let's see if I can find it. And then whilst I'm playing it, guys, I'll read some of your comments. So, you know, I'm sorry that I'm being so stern, but this is how things are going to be with my channel. We are going to defend from love, from kindness. Let's have a look. Let me just see. Let me find the video. I'm so pleased that Joe at Rare Elvis Photos gave us a little shout out. Where is it? Let's have a look. I've got to find it now. Was it a video or was it bear with me, guys. So guys, put it in the comments. How do you think we should defend? Let's have a look. Here we go. Right, it's only 3 minutes long, but it's only 3 minutes long, but it says a lot. Let's have a little listen.
Before I continue reading, I want to point out a couple of things. I enjoy other channels that do Elvis material and that defend Elvis. And of course, even though I haven't had time to do these videos, I do see a lot of the thumbnails popping up all the time. And of course, I see Louis at Defending Elvis. There's been a lot of kind of news. I mean, I know this whole Bridget Cruz thing, maybe there was some court result. I'm not sure. I haven't looked into it. Of course, we had the anniversary, I believe, of the passing of Ben, or it could have been his birthday.
How do you kill them?
We had the anniversary of Elvis's first recording at Sun that's popped up. But like I said, I want to thank all the other Elvis content creators out there. You know, starting with Louis at Defending Elvis, who pops in on the channel, and I pop in on his.
Right.
You know, I think that as long as we continue to love Elvis, you know, we don't all have to go to war with each other. I've seen some interesting things about Billy Smith and stuff that Louis posted. I do think that there was a bit of a cash grab by about everybody in Elvis's life after Elvis died. I don't know if many people were innocent besides maybe Jerry Schilling. He had his own thing going on. He had his own way of making money by being a manager, and I believe you know, Charlie Hodge. His whole life revolved around Elvis. That was his pure income. That was his place to live. So I get that too, and I understand some of that. I haven't read the Elvis and Memphis Mafia book yet on here. I will do that because I think that's an interesting chapter of Elvis's life post Elvis too. Is that the folks that he paid and took care of during their lives, what did they say about him after he passed? I think that's a very important part of Elvis's history and his lore. And
right, sorry guys, I want look, Karen. Karen, Karen. No offense, Karen, because you know I love you, but this is a great example of you're getting the wrong end of the stick, Karen. And I'm not trying to have a go at you. I'm trying to explain to you. Let me read your comment and let me explain myself. Yeah. We can still point out the lies and the wrongdoings by respectful. Actually, no, you're getting the right end of the stick, Karen. You're getting the right end of the stick. We can still point out the lies and wrongdoings by respectful, and people will probably listen to us more, as well as doing it that way. Yes, Karen, that's exactly what I'm trying to say. Sorry, Karen, I got a bit confused. Yeah, Karen, that is exactly what I'm trying to say. Is that we will point out. Thank you, Karen. That means a lot to me because it means you understand what I'm saying. We're going to point out all the wrongdoings. We're going to bring up the books, the trash movies, the trash interviews, the trash documentaries. We're going to bring up the disgusting treatment of Priscilla towards Elvis and Lisa. We are going to bring up the mistakes that the Memphis Mafia have made, that the Stanleys have made, that the Smiths have made. We're going to bring it all up. We are always going to bring up the wrongdoing, but we are going to do it the right way with no hate. Is it Nat TV's birthday? Nat, is it your birthday? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear. Say Nat TV.
Nat TV.
Nat TV. Happy birthday to you. There we go. Are you still there? So, Southern Roots Adventures, Christy, I've read your comments. They were spot on. Christy, thank you. Christy's a new member. Thank you so much for joining us, Christy. She said it right. We respect in a very fair way. In a fair... Let's read Christy's comments, yeah? Yeah, Christy, you're gonna love Joe Rare Elvis photos. Right, you have to be a bit quiet, mate. Guys, I'm not angry. But I am very clear about how I want to defend. Let me find Christy's comment. Tony said some lovely things. Tony said respect with honor, with a heart. Tony, fantastic. You're getting what I'm saying. Teresa, I know how lovely Elvis was, but he wouldn't want us to make him out like he's a god, because he is not a god. Elvis never thought of himself as a god. He thought of himself as a human being. I would say Elvis was more humble than many of us. The beginnings that Elvis had in Tupelo, Mississippi, were more humble than most of us. Yeah? Elvis wanted his fans to know he was a human being, a normal human being with an amazing talent. And he wanted to do good with his talent. He wanted to change the world with his talent, but he was never a god. Jen says, Louis, you defend deeply. Thank you, Jen. Yeah, there we are. Nat TV, the birthday girl. Nat TV, happy birthday. I don't even hate Prissy. I just wish she behaved differently. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. Right. So, Christy, hiring friends and family sometimes doesn't work out. Not a good idea. Helping them when they need it and when you can is good. Not sure what else he did wrong. Exactly. There we go, Christy. Yeah. And it is true. We all know don't employ friends. Don't employ friends and family. It's a mistake. We all know that. Remember the story that Elvis told the lady across the street was mean to her. Elvis and her went down in his car and he talked to the lady and made peace with her by being kind to her. Thank you, Anna. Thank you. There we are, Teresa. You got it sorted. Elvis is no god. Elvis is just like you and me. Thank you. Thank you. So let's just keep going. Look, I know how upset you guys are with Priscilla. I know it. And I will remind the world of the wrongdoing of Priscilla every day. Every day, guys. He gave them too much and they took... So Debbie, your comments are some of the comments that I struggle with. Because I find, Debbie, with your comments, you can't separate how angry you are and upset you are with what we're trying to do here. We are trying to defend Elvis, to clear his name, to stick up for Lisa Marie in a kind way with no hate. I struggle with your comments. I don't need to be reminded how to defend Elvis because I do it all day, every day. I know everything that was done that was wrong. I've read it all 1,000 times. I don't want to be accused that I don't defend Elvis, that I'm a Priscilla fan, because I want to be kind and good-natured in how I defend, because I want Elvis to be happy with me, how I defend. I want to be happy with myself, how I defend. Yes, many of these people did it for money, Nat TV. They did. Money brings out the worst in people, doesn't it? Doesn't money make people do things they would never do? So I think so does sex. Me too. It's hard not to get carried away when you feel so passionate. Yeah, Karen, I understand. I understand why you guys get emotional and passionate and get carried away sometimes. I understand. But I have the right to say I won't be hateful. I won't be angry. I won't be aggressive. I won't say cruel things. I won't insult people. I won't call them disgusting names. I won't do it. I'm not going to do it. And that doesn't mean I'm a Priscilla fan. It doesn't mean I'm not defending Elvis. I defend Elvis every day. So I won't be accused of not defending Elvis just because I do a video saying I think we should defend in a kind way, in a respectful way. It's not fair. So Linda Curtis, her very, very long comment that I deleted, which basically is saying to me that I don't defend Elvis because I want to be understanding. Because that's what Linda Curtis, that's what you were saying to me. You were saying, I don't defend Elvis because I want us to be understanding, because I want us to not be hateful, because I want us to defend with love from a good place. I want to defend in a way that Elvis will be proud of me. So, Linda, you got it wrong. I defend Elvis every day with passion, and I love doing it. And I do it because I choose to do it. Thank you, Karen. That's a nice comment. Thank you, Karen. So I'm just going back on the comments, guys. Yeah, I understand that some of you refuse to read the trash books. I completely understand that. I have to read them to defend Elvis. Karen says Elvis would want us to defend in a kind and respectful way. 100%. Elvis takes the lead. Elvis takes the lead. We know what he would expect from us. We know what he would want from us as fans. We know how Elvis would want us to defend against the betrayal of many people and the books that lie, the movies that lie, the interviews that lie as well. It isn't just people that have betrayed Elvis. It's books, documentaries as well. People, yes, it's ultimately it is people, but You get what I'm saying, guys? His image has been twisted. Elvis would want us to defend either love and respect for the man we all love so much. Thank you, Tony. Let's have a look. You defend in, here we are, Christy. You defend in a diplomatic way the way people love your channel. I appreciate you. You know what? Thank you, Christy. But as soon as I start saying we must be kind, we must be understanding, I get a backlash and people start telling me I'm not defending. I'm not a defender. I've given up. They start saying to me, I've given up defending. It's just bullshit. It's not fair. I don't deserve it. I haven't sat here for 13, 14 months to be told that I don't defend Elvis when almost every video I make, and I do 3 or 4 a day, almost every video I make defends Elvis and Lisa and the bloodline. So when people try and say, oh, you're not defending anymore because you're being nice, because you're being respectful and kind, and you do it with honor, I'm sorry, that's rubbish. So Tony says we can defend with respect, love, and honor. Thank you. Defending with love, gratitude, respect, and honor to Elvis. Thank you. That's very hurt. I've only just heard that, guys. Ozzy Osbourne, has he died? Oh, that's sad. I like Ozzy Osbourne. Oh, that is so sad. So sad. So Karen, you do a good job. Stay neutral, fair, but also get your point. Yeah, so that's a great comment from Karen. You do a good job. Stay neutral and fair, but also get your point across. Thank you, Karen. You get me. Karen, you get me. Yeah? Just like Tina does. Tina, you want to sing happy birthday to Nat TV?
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, dear Nat TV. Happy birthday to you. Right, there we are. Francis. A wonderful, caring person. He gave so much to people who couldn't afford much. He was a human being who made mistakes like we all do. No one knows what he had to deal with in his life. Thank you. What a lovely comment. Anna says he is misunderstood. There we are. I am so glad in my personal life I haven't had to defend him online. I have to defend myself. I love defending Elvis. I love it. It brings a lot of peace to my life defending Elvis, because obviously you guys know that I love Elvis. He saved me. Elvis saved my childhood. It's a long story. It's complicated. He saved my childhood. So I am so proud to stand up and defend Elvis. I'm honestly, guys, I don't think you understand how much it means to me. So when people tell me that I don't defend him, yeah, and it's not nice. Bill, you're doing a whole lot right. This is why other people don't understand YouTube channels. Notice you and respect you. Yeah, I want the other YouTube channels to know that we're kind people, that we defend in the right way. I don't want the Stanleys to hate me, the Smiths to hate me. I don't want Priscilla to hate me. I don't want any of these people to hate me. I want them to know that because mistakes were made in the past, I feel they should apologize, show regret. I don't think they should stand by these books. I think these people that have made mistakes in the past, these human beings, should be able to say, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done it. I wish I didn't do that. I was much younger. Maybe I made a mistake. I'm sorry, Elvis. I'm sorry, Lisa. Get it? This is what I want, guys. And I don't want it for me. I want it for Elvis. I want it for Lisa. I want it for Riley, Finley, and Harper. I want Riley, Finley, and Harper to go, oh, look. They said sorry. They showed regret. They admitted they made a mistake. They're also going to say Elvis was a human. Elvis was a human being. He also made mistakes. Elvis, let's face it. Yes, Priscilla was unfaithful, but so was Elvis. That's fair. To me, that's fair. It's no good putting Elvis on a pedestal and saying, oh, Elvis was perfect, did nothing wrong, everything was Priscilla's fault. No, it's not true. They both made mistakes. Even when it comes to the Memphis Mafia, I'm sure there's things that Elvis did wrong, that Elvis made mistakes sometimes. Yeah, it's employer, employee. These are long-term friends from the 1950s, to the day he died. They would have argued. They would have had disagreements, disputes, whatever. There would have been stuff that went on that we don't know about that would have upset the Memphis Mafia. You have to try and see their point of view, what they went through. They did go through life seeing that Elvis had a problem with prescription medication. They also went through life seeing that he was very sick. Elvis was very sick, let's face it, guys. He had inherited some very serious medical problems, health problems. He needed his prescription medication. You see what I'm saying, guys? We have to see all the facts. Louis, haters will be haters, so they will try to put it back on you when it's them because you're not going to play their game. Yes, Leslie, that's exactly correct. People are annoyed at me because I won't hate. People lash out at me, accuse me of different things because I won't play their game, as you say. I want to defend Elvis. I will spend all day, every day, 7 days a week for the rest of my life defending Elvis, Lisa, and the Bloodline, and I will discuss all of these things. Elvis What Happened book, the Memphis Mafia book, the Priscilla book, Michael Edwards book, the movies, the documentaries. I will discuss it all. And I will defend Elvis, but I will do it the right way. I won't play the game. I won't play the game. Yeah, Karen's got it. Karen, every now and then, we love Karen. Every now and then, Karen gets emotional. I understand. Many of you do. Many of you do. But some of you point the finger at me, and that isn't fair. Karen doesn't. Karen never does that. I love Karen. But some of you sometimes point the finger at me, and I don't think I deserve it because I'm just trying to defend Elvis as kindly as I can. Yeah. So remember, Linda Curtis, you can message me direct. You can message me direct, Linda. I won't block you. You can message me direct, but you have to understand that I have a conscience. I have to go to sleep at night and be happy with my behavior. And that is why it's very important to me that I defend with a good heart. It's very, very, very important to me. I never use hate. I never name call. It's very, very important to me. But it's also very, very important to me that I defend Elvis and Lisa and the Bloodline. So I will never stop defending, guys. So when I make a video saying I want to be kind when I defend, that doesn't mean I'm giving up defending. Right, okay, guys, I think we're coming to the end of it. Hi, Kate. Kate, you did some very good comments this week. Kate, I've posted a few of your comments. I was going to read out one of Kate's comments, and I didn't manage to get round to it because I've just had too much and not enough time. You definitely can't please everybody. Right, let's have a look a minute. Is there one person that you believe is telling the truth regarding life with him? Not really. Andrew, not really. Let me just think. Charlie Hodge. I'd have to think about that question. Let me think. Lisa. There we are. I believe Lisa. Come on, guys, help me. Who do we believe that tells the truth about Elvis? Gladys. Vernon. Who else, guys? Benjamin Wood, if he was around. Riley, Finley Harper. I trust them. You help me, guys. Who else? Larry Geller. Larry Geller, maybe. Joe Esposito's pretty good. He's pretty good. I know he gets a hard time, but I'm all right with Joe. I'm all right with Joe. Have any of you seen Cindy Esposito? She has done a post asking you guys to send in questions about Lisa Marie on Facebook. Go and have a look, guys. On Instagram and Facebook, Cindy Esposito, Joe Esposito's daughter, has done a post. She grew up with Lisa. She loved Lisa Marie. Send her questions. She's going to answer your questions. I think it's beautiful. I want to make a thing about that. Oh, thanks, Kate. Yeah, we believe. Lisa. I 100% support Lisa and every word she said in her book.
The tackle thing. You can't tackle him, I want to.
So when you are true to yourself, you will always have haters. You are not pleasing anybody or kissing their butt. Yeah. Yeah, and this is the other thing I've got from the people that want me to hate. The people that want me to hate, they also want me to do as I'm told. Yeah? You get it, guys? They demand that I do things. They demand how I defend, what topics I cover. Yeah? They demand that I hate with that I defend with hate. They expect it of me, and it will never happen. It will never happen. I agree, Teresa. Lisa would not lie. And Margaret, there we are. And Margaret, we trust her. Martha says, hi, Martha. Charlie for sure. You get it, guys? So I think you understand what I'm saying, don't you? You understand the point I'm trying to make. Let's just listen to a bit more of Joe before we go. Now, Joe is a true defender. Joe is a true defender. He doesn't want us to war with other channels. He completely gets what we do. I get Joe's support. Joe gives me a lot of support. He doesn't agree with everything I say, but I do get his support.
But like I said, Jerry Schilling, I believe he already had his career. I know Billy Stanley didn't rely on needing money. He didn't rely on that. I mean, he had his own life and his own career. Hey, and also, before, I'm gonna.
So he talks about Billy Stanley. I'm a big fan of Billy Stanley. He wrote the book, didn't he? Oh, the name's gone out of my head. I've read the book. I can see it from here. The Faith of Elvis. I've read 13 chapters of that book. He's made amends. He said sorry. He's apologized for the things he's done in the past that he wishes that he hadn't have done. And he's wrote a beautiful book that shows Elvis the Christian man. That's how you defend. No name calling. Billy Stanley wrote a beautiful book. Every single page of that book is beautifully written. You get a sense of Elvis through that book. The Christian man comes through that book. Yeah? It's one of the best books I've ever read. Billy Stanley. He's made amends. And other people can. Other people that are still alive that made mistakes can make amends. It's not too late. It's not too late to show regret, to say sorry, to show remorse, to admit you were wrong, but also to admit you're just human.
I want to get back to reading this, but I wanted to let you know that the CEO of Westgate Resorts, Jim Gissy, I think it's how it's pronounced, reached out to me.
And you know what? It's like Joe's going to talk about the Westgate, and people do. I've noticed people reach out to Joe because they trust him. They know he'll do a good job, don't they? They know that he will defend with respect. He'll defend in the right way. So he gets important people reaching out to him for interviews.
I scored that bit.
He's a good guy. Joe is a good guy. So same goes for Rhonda at Presley Mania. She's a good guy. Yeah, guys, there isn't that many defenders that I hold in high regard. There's not that many. Yeah, there's a few. I have noticed there's a few people that have started defending now. Have any of you noticed that? There's a few YouTube channels now that have started to defend where they used to tell me off for defending. Now they've started to defend. Have any of you noticed that, guys? I'll wait for your comments. Yeah, we love Lisa, Teresa. Other people are starting to defend now. I've noticed it. They should not demand you do the topics they want. That's just. I don't mind people suggesting topics. I do mind people when they demand it, which happens sometimes. Yeah. Obviously, you don't see the. You guys don't see the messages I get every day. I get a lot. I get I would say at least 50 messages a day, and they're not all friendly. So it's part of defending, guys. I'm used to it. Yeah, Karen, you've noticed. Yeah, Martha, I do think that... Oh, sorry, mate. Hi, Patty. I do think that the defending Elvis thing now is becoming more accepted. Yeah. Instead of there being this big backlash, it's people are starting to go, actually, we can defend Elvis. Elvis deserves better. Lisa Marie deserves better. There's definitely a sense now that it's accepted, which, believe it or not, has took a long time to get to that point. It's took a long time to get to the point where I have started to feel comfortable with defending. Yeah, I 100% want to defend, but I've had to deal with the backlash. I think Team Elvis have also had to deal with the backlash, haven't they? Yeah, that's it, Leslie. The faith of Elvis. Yeah, we love Rhonda. We love Rhonda. Rhonda is a true defender. She's a true defender, but she does it the right way. You will never hear Rhonda name calling, ever. She never name calls. She lists the facts. She breaks down the facts. She finds the documents, the evidence. She does her research. She defends the right way. Elvis deserves better, but he was human and he did make mistakes. I actually think Elvis would want us to admit his mistakes. Honestly, guys, I think Elvis, this is just my opinion. All right, I've nearly finished now. I think Elvis would want us to admit his mistakes. Really, I do. I do. I think he'd like it. Yeah, let's. Oh no. So yeah, Billy Stanley defends Elvis regularly. I've watched a lot of Billy Stanley's interviews. He does a great job of defending Elvis. Yeah, Karen, she sure does. She does a lot of research. You can clearly see that when she makes her videos. She puts everything into it with a big smile. Hi, Patty, are you okay? Yeah. So yeah, Jen. Hi, Jen. You've noticed. All right, guys. I think that's it. I think I've made my point. Obviously, we're on holiday tonight. We have had a stressful night. We have had a stressful night because my daughter's car broke down. So that is a headache because that was one of the cars taking us to the airport. It's typical, but we're going to sort it. Just a girl who loves Elvis. So unfortunately, we're going now. Perhaps more defenders will be able to convince the fans that she is nothing. Jimmy, remember, we're not doing any name calling. We're not doing any name calling. But I get your point. Anyway, guys, I'm going to go because we need to pack. Still packing a few things. Thanks to everyone who joined me. I hope you have a great evening. The next time you see me will be in Spain. The next time you see me will be in Spain. So I'll see you abroad. I'll probably be topless. I'll see you tomorrow in Spain. Bye, guys. Love you all. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say here. Love you all, guys. Take